Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I appreciate you. If you learned something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please also enable notifications and subscribe so that you can get instant alerts from our channel. I really appreciate you. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. In this video, I'll give you the latest status of what's going on between House Speaker Pelosi and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. You'll see this article on your screen from Bloomberg from today, and the article title reads, Pelosi flags poison pills in stimulus talks. Testing deal nears. Now, I want to be clear, the deal on the larger $1.8 trillion stimulus package is unfortunately not likely, because even if the two sides come to an agreement, it doesn't seem like the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is interested in bringing a vote to the floor of the House. There could be Republican senators who support the stimulus bill, but if the Senate Majority Leader does not bring the bill to the floor of the Senate, I meant to say Senate, I believe I said House earlier. If the Senate Majority Leader does not bring a bill to the floor of the Senate for a vote, then it really doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. So where things stand right now is that House Speaker Pelosi did tell Democratic colleagues that a divide does indeed persist with the White House over a number of components of this large stimulus package that she's attempting to negotiate. Although the two sides are coming close to an agreement as far as testing is concerned, as far as a testing program is concerned. The establishment of a national testing strategy has been a very important part of the negotiations between House Speaker Pelosi and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. So basically what's going on right now is, after a call that lasted more than an hour yesterday, Mnuchin said that the administration would only make minor edits to a Democratic proposal when it comes to testing. So they do expect to exchange paperwork today. So I'll provide you with an update as soon as we hear more. And House Speaker Pelosi wrote in a letter to colleagues last night, many other disagreements remain. These include, but are not limited to, funding for state and local government, and we've talked about that. The second version, the updated version of the HEROES Act, had $436 billion, whereas U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin's proposal had $300 billion. And the president has said that he does not want, I quote, a bailout for badly run Democratic states, badly run blue states. Those are comments from the president. So the House Speaker said, these include but are not limited to funding for state and local government, tax benefit for working families, support for vulnerable small businesses, and child care funding, according to House Speaker Pelosi. And House Speaker Pelosi also cited many so-called poison pills. This is a quote from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, including their radical liability provision, which forces workers to risk their lives in unsafe workplaces with no legal recourse. Now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has been a strong advocate for liability protection for businesses, for schools, for hospitals, to shield them from lawsuits related to COVID once they open. And it seems that gross negligence would not be covered. So that is a Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's standpoint. Now, when the Senate Majority Leader was asked about President Trump's position, the Senate Majority Leader said, and I quote, he's talking about a much larger amount that then I can sell to my members. The Treasury Chief, the U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, told House Speaker Pelosi that the White House would be able to get the Senate on board if an agreement was reached. And President Trump himself said of Senate Republicans, they'll go. I haven't asked them because there isn't a deal yet. That's what the president said. Now, I want to be clear that U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin is expected to go to the Middle East in a few days. And if he does go away to the Middle East for another engagement, then I think that would mean there is absolutely no chance of a stimulus before the election. And both sides have indeed pledged to keep working on it. They are working together now. And I want to be clear, details of this emerging testing agreement haven't yet been released. House Speaker Pelosi and House Democrats have demanded $75 billion for what they've described as, and I quote, a science-based national plan for testing, tracing, treatment, and isolation, and for the equitable and ethical distribution of a safe and effective vaccine once developed. That's where things stand right now, everybody. The chances of stimulus are indeed diminishing, and I've covered this extensively on my channel, but I did want to provide you an update on where discussions are going on right now. It seems that there will be some sort of a consensus on money for testing, treatment, tracing, and isolation, but the largest stimulus package, the $1,200 stimulus check, the extension of unemployment benefits. It doesn't look like we are going to be seeing that anytime in the near future. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please, you can also check out the link in the description section below for the actual resource we used if you want to check it out for yourself. But it is unfortunate that we are not seeing stimulus before the election. Based on the outcome of the election, based on what actually happens in the November election, who wins the presidency, who controls the Senate, whether the Democrats retain control of the House, those things are going to determine whether we see stimulus post-election, because stimulus post-election is going to be entirely dependent on who the president is and who controls the Senate. And if we see a shift in the presidency and if we see a change in control of the Senate, that could see a change in the probability of stimulus as well. I've covered the 4 scenarios in a separate video that explore what's likely to happen depending on who wins the presidency and depending on who wins the Senate. So you definitely want to make sure you check that out. So I know that this is a complex subject and we want to know when our stimulus check is coming and when the unemployment benefits are coming. And to be honest, we should have already had a consensus by now. But again, my goal with this channel, as you know by now, is to give you the truth, is to give you honest news, is not to give you any false hope, not to give you any false hype. And our channel is much more than a stimulus channel. Our channel gives you information on how you can grow your finances, how you can prepare for a better, more stable future, and also the state of the country and politics in a bipartisan way, in a transparent way. I do appreciate you watching. I want to know what my community thinks about the current state of negotiations and about the fact that House Speaker Pelosi and US Secretary Steve Mnuchin are continuing to talk on what could potentially be a stimulus deal that goes nowhere, but what looks like there's going to be some agreement on the testing strategy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you watching our channel and giving us your time. That means a lot to us. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. Remember, you can get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000, that's 70000. You'll get added to SMS alerts list. You can also get added to our email list. Go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you'll get added to our email list. Now, keep in mind that you can follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. You get exclusive content if you follow us on Instagram. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You'll get breaking news and alerts from us on Twitter. Now, keep in mind, YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. So all you have to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And then you'll be able to visit our homepage, watch our videos at any point in time that you want. Thank you so much for watching. You'll get the links to all our resources in the description section below. So make sure you check them out. Also, please comment and engage with us in our community, because our community is growing very rapidly and you are an important part of our community, an important part of our family. Finally, please make sure to share this video with friends and family members. That's your vote of confidence in us and all the efforts that go on behind the scenes here at Ignition Time. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.